How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to another NHL 23 Franchise Rebuilding Challenge. So, we're doing a Spin the Wheel 82-0 Rebuild Challenge. So, we're going to spin the wheel 20 times because we have 4 centers, 4 left wingers, 4 right wingers to draft, as well as right defense, left defense, so 6 defensemen, 2 goalies. That'll be 20 spins. And, yeah, should be fun stuff. If you guys are enjoying the content, leave a like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what more videos, socials, playlist, second channel, main channel, all down below in the description. And also, too, just an FYI, injuries will be off. I'm going to try to turn off everything that's kind of like annoying, trade, pop-ups, and stuff. That way I can simulate through it, and it won't take too long. So, we'll try to see if we can, at the minimum, a Stanley Cup. But definitely going to try to go 82 now. I don't know if we can. We'll see how good, how bad it'll be. It's probably not going to be easy, even with the best 20, but we'll find out. So with that being said, let's go on to the gameplay. We have a wheel of all 32 teams, so we're going to spin the wheel. Whatever the wheel lands on, we take a player from that team. So, to start off, we're taking from the Toronto Maple Leafs. I know exactly who I want to take. Straightforward, I'm going to end up taking Austin Matthews for the team. Second spin, let's see what the wheel lands on. We're taking a player from Carolina. Second player, we're going to go with Svechnikov. He could be our winger, one of our wingers. So yeah, welcome to Team Svechnikov. And number 3, we are taking a Columbus Blue Jacket. We're going with Johnny Gaudreau. We're going to take him, be another winger. Spin, wouldn't mind a goalie, defenseman, but let's see who we're going to get. We're going to be taking a player from the LA Kings. Not a bad selection. I'll go with Drew Doughty. We'll take our first defenseman. Spin. And we are getting the Anaheim Ducks. Okay, this is interesting. There's a couple options here. I could go with Terry. Zagros is pretty solid. Obviously, he's the cover athlete. Klingberg. But I think I'm going to go with Gibson. John Gibson. I do need a goalie, and, you know, those might be hard to come by. So Gibson will be our first goalie. Spin number 6, and we are getting... Wow. We got the Ducks again. Okay, cool. Gonna get Terry, I think. Let's go with Troy Terry. I do have Svechnikov to play right, left winger. I didn't mention that. I guess if they can play both, it doesn't really matter, right? Yeah, I guess it's 8 wingers, 4 centers as their primary position. And then, yeah, the wingers, I guess, can be right, left. I'll figure it out, but yeah, definitely... At least 8, 12 forwards, 6 defensemen, 2 goalies. So yeah, Troy Terry, though, we're going to take him. And he can play both right winger and center. So definitely a right winger, though. All right, next spin. And we're landing on... No way we're landing on the Ducks again. Okay, no, it's Coyotes. I'll rock with Clayton Keller. All right, next spin. We're landing on Columbus again? All right. All right, I wouldn't mind taking another defenseman. Zach Werenski could be our left defenseman. So, first left defenseman. Welcome, Zach. All right, next spin, and it's another player that, well, another player from, well, not another player, but we're going to get a Dallas Stars. We're getting another player, but not from, I thought it was going to be the Blue Jackets again. Dallas Stars. Okay, so this is an interesting selection here that I'm going to make. Oettinger is really good in the sim as a goalie. I could take Robertson, and that wouldn't be a horrible decision to do, but I think I'm going to end up going with Oettinger. I want a goalie. We got our goalie set, Gibson and Oettinger. I like it. Another spin and another selection. Going to be from the Panthers this time. Okay, I got a player in mind. Oh, man. Coming to... Man, because I do need defensemen, too, not just, like, forwards. And, I mean, Aaron Ekblad's pretty solid as a defenseman, a right defenseman, no less, and those are kind of hard to come by. I think I take Ekblad. Yeah, I mean, I want Barkov. If I get the Panthers again, I'd go with him. I go with Kachuk. But, yeah, no, we're going to go with Ekblad just because I want to make sure that we have good defensemen. Next one, I'm kind of liking the team, honestly. It looks pretty good. And, oh, it almost landed on the Panthers again. We're going from the Kings. Okay. Not the best spin here. Kings, I'm kind of forcing my hand here. I'm going to have to take Kopitar into Kopitar, which is not too bad, but would have liked to maybe save the pick. So now we have our second center, though. So we still have 2 more. And, I mean, Kopitar's still good, so I can't complain. All right, next spin, and we're going with the San Jose Sharks. Okay. Karlsson. I'm taking Erik Karlsson. He's going to be our last right defenseman, so we have 3 of those now. All right, another spin, and now we're going to Carolina again. Similar situation here. We have 1 left defenseman. Let's get another one. Centers and forwards are really easy to come by. We're going to get Slavin. Welcome to the team, Jacob Slavin. Another spin, and we are getting Dallas again. Okay. All right, I'm going with Miro Heiskanen. I'm going to finish off my defenseman. And that is all. So now we have our left-right defenseman, 3, 2 goalies, and then we just have to fill out the rest of our forwards. All right, I have decided, yeah, it's going to be based on whatever position comes first. As you can see, that's how I've been making the picks. So this time our pick is going to be from Seattle. We'll go with Burakovsky. We have 5 more spins, and now we're taking from Be the Bruins. Going with Pasternak. We're going David Pasternak. Welcome to the squad. 4 spins left. I need 2 centers, a right and a left winger. And we are going to be going with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Spins left, 1 of each forward position. The wheel's been good to me. Let's hope it stays that way. Rangers. That's a solid pick. A lot of good players on the Rangers, but I'm going to go with, and I kind of have to, we're going to go with Panarin. Second to last spin. And we're going back to Boston. I can't take Marchand. I already have my left wingers filled out. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for the primary. So what I'm going to do is I need another center. So we're going to take Patrice Bergeron. Still pretty solid. Final spin. We must take a right winger here. And we are going to primary right winger position. Rickard Rakell. That's not bad. It's okay. Honestly, I'm happy with the team that I have. We're going to put into the, we're going to figure out what team I'm going to put on. I'm going to do 1 more spin. We'll see where they are. I'll fix it up, and then we'll get on to the franchise. I'll be putting the players on, let's see, Dallas. That kind of makes my life a little bit easier since we have a couple guys on Dallas. Is that there are 21 spots, so I might as well do an extra spin, and that can just be like a gimme player. So I think that's fair. If it lands on Dallas, though, I must keep who I have, which is Hanley. So let's see. If it lands on Dallas, I just keep my player. Otherwise, if it lands on anybody else, I'm just going to have a freebie to take whoever the hell I want. So, Ottawa. Alright, I get an extra player. Get the Brincat. I mean, like I said, to be fair, or you know what? Actually, no. Actually, I'll be fair and go with Thomas Chabot. That way we trade left defenseman for left defenseman. So that we have an extra defenseman in case, you know, there's no injuries, but we have another one. So that's fair, I think. It's only 1 extra thing. Granted, I like it. So this is a squad. I will see you guys in franchise. Roster ready, so we really don't need to go into it. Let's just look at the lines. That's what I'm curious to see. Yeah, we'll fix these. But yes, this is the lines. You guys can see top 5 or +5 chem. I don't know if I can turn off line chem. Is there a way I could change this so that I could actually have Bergeron be in the bottom line? And then that gives us +3. I could do this, and then we have no negative. But I think I'd rather just do that. I mean, if Coach wants to change it up, he can. I could also do this, too. Have Svechnikov, and then we have bottom 5, all top. That's crazy. But then again, we have talent, so it makes kind of a lot of sense. I don't think there's any way I can get this to be where it's like the bottom line just doesn't have chem, which is fine. So -1 is fine. And then defensively, wow, +5 on the top. That's crazy. I guess we could do this. That works. Yeah, have the second one be there. That line doesn't really want chem. If I do that, I could do +5, +2. That actually might be the way to go, unless I could do that. +5, +1, but that's -1. That's -1. Do we do that? We'll do that. We'll do that. And then our goalies, you already saw. This team, I don't know if it's going to go 82-0. I don't think we're going to win every single game. But I want to see how good this team could potentially be. So we're just going to simulate, I guess. There's really not much to do. I mean, I would assume that we win the Stanley Cup. Now, if we don't, then that means the simulation's broken. Then we can confirm that it's broken. Injuries should be off. Everything should be off. So we'll see. I guess we'll just start simulating. I don't remember if I showed you guys the stats in the 2K video at the halfway point. I'm not going to do that. We'll just simulate all the end, and then I'll show you stats. Because the sim, I feel like, is a lot slower in this. So I guess preseason, we already got our first loss, but it's preseason, so it doesn't really matter. This is where the real test is in the regular season. So okay, EA. We lost our first game of the season. Our first game of the freaking season of an 82-0 challenge. The game's rigged. And then we beat them 5-2 in the next game. The game's rigged. The sim makes no sense. How is that possible? How is that possible? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, no 82-0. I mean, I figured, but like, come on. The first game of the season couldn't even give me like a week? That's so annoying. Well, let's just see how well we could do. I mean, so far we're catching up W's, which is fine. Getting a lot of shootout wins, OT wins, a lot of shutouts. I swear if that's the only game we lose. Okay, it wasn't. We lost a shootout to the friggin' Oilers. We still get a point for that, though. Then we lost to the Sharks, lost to the Flyers. So right now we're only 12-3-1. But I am excited to see the stats at the end of the season. We lost. Are we even tops? No, we're tops. Okay, we lost the Avalanche, lost to the Blues. Okay, well, clearly this team is not going to go 82-0. I don't even know if we're the best team in the NHL right now. Are we? This record's not that great. I would think we would have been a bit better. But we're clearly not. So maybe it's just because there's so much talent on this team, which makes sense. It's like there's only one puck to go around for everybody, right? But as you can see, we're 27-10-3. We definitely got some L's, some OTLs. Obviously, this team is good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I've seen teams perform better, like at the midway point of the season than this team has. So that's kind of surprising. Huh. Okay. Interesting. And that was with injuries on, too. And we lost to the Wild again? And we lost to the friggin' Lightning? Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I'm curious to see how good this team ends up being. I might let the game simulate just out, and then we'll take a look at the records after. So I might give it a little bit of a break, and then once it's done simulating, we can kind of look at the awards. So I'll just wait till this sim's passed, and then, yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. I'll let it sim out the rest of the regular season, and then we'll look at the points and the standings and the stats. Okay, I don't know what it is, but we lost 2 straight games to the friggin' St. Louis Blues. Okay. I was going to look up what the most points was in a season. I will do that after, but we did obviously make the playoffs. I'm pretty sure we got the President's Trophy. The President's Trophy curse exists, by the way. 57-20-5. I've seen teams do better in the sim regularly, normal, I think. 119 points. That's definitely not the record. I think, like, the record's like 120 something, I believe. But I mean, obviously still a good team. 57-25. I thought we'd be a lot better, but you know what? The sim is very different in hockey, which makes sense. But let's take a look at the stats. So who are the leaders and all that? Sidney Crosby with 84 points. That's interesting. Panarin with 74, 72 for Gaudreau. Matthews at 60. Same thing with Pasternak. I'm also excited to see the team stats too. Like, I want to see what our scoring was looking at. Everyone had like a crap ton of points, which is kind of insane. Let's take a look at our hits, block shots, giveaways, takeaways. You know, I love looking at those. So, wow. Panarin was undrafted. That's also impressive too, by the way, how well he's done. We have 8 guys with at least 100 hits, which is pretty impressive. Block shots, we had 4 guys at least 100 block shots. Giveaways, Aaron led the way. Aaron Ekblad led the way in giveaways, takeaways. We had Clayton Keller with 93, 80 for Panarin, 85 for Crosby. Pasternak with 79, 76 for Austin Matthews. Johnny had 72. Okay. Impressive. We had 3 fights from Heiskanen. I guess I never really look at the fights column. I guess it can populate. But I remember that one rookie that we had that had like 20-something fights. It was on a ridiculous number in one of the recent rebuilds. I don't remember exactly what team it was, but it was some auto-generator rookie. But either way, goalies. 2.32 for Jake Odinger. 2.29 for John Gibson as a backup. I mean, it makes sense. Our defense was insane, I'm sure. And I'm sure we scored at a very high clip rate, even though our record was only 57-25. I thought this team would be a lot better, but 3.50. See, that's not even that impressive. Like, I've seen teams do better than this in the game. I'm almost positive. Like, I think I might have had a team that might have been better than this. I think. I could have sworn. But, I mean, either way. Best offense in the league in terms of goals for and goals against, which makes sense. I mean, you can see in the simulation, we're clear-cut, though, the best team. So, we should win. Now, I'm going to take a look at the record before I start simming the playoffs. We'll take a look at the playoff tree here in case you guys want to take a look. But I want to double check to make sure who had the most points in an NHL season. Yeah, I'm looking it up. So, like, the Canadiens played 80 games, had 132 points. So I think that's the record. In an 82-game season, it looks like it would have been the Red Wings in 96, which makes sense, 131. Some of these teams have 80 games. There's some 78 ones. So I don't know if those were, like, lockout seasons. I don't know why the Penguins had 90 in 1993. They had 84 games played. That's a little strange, unless that's a bug on the site that I'm looking at, StatMuse. But, yeah, 132 points is the record. So 119 would have put us tied with the Boston Bruins, Edmonton Oilers of the 80s, the Penguins in 93, who played 84 games. Yeah, okay. I feel like I definitely had a team, or I've seen teams that were better than that in the sim. Either way, as long as we win the Stanley Cup, I will be happy. But clearly did not go 82. Now, if we don't win, then there's something wrong with this game. So please don't be anything wrong with this game. Okay. If we lose, that's a problem. Okay. We didn't lose. We lost 2 straight though. We actually kind of could have lost that first round. I'm not even gonna lie. Second round, we take it on Colorado. We'll stop simulating. And we'll see if we can beat them. If this team does not win the Stanley Cup, then I don't know what's wrong. Okay, game 1 we won. Lost, win, lost, win. We're in the conference finals. Take on the not the Kings, Vegas Golden Knights. In the conference finals. Win, loss. We really lost to the Vegas Golden Knights. We really lost to the Vegas Golden Knights with this team. Are you trying to tell me the Vegas Golden Knights beat this team? Really? The Vegas Golden Knights, who had 96 points. I mean, respectable, I guess. That team beat us in 6 games with no injuries on, no morale, and we lost in 6. That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. And we lost, and they won the Stanley Cup. Are we? Oh, we're out of our mind right now. That is an absolute travesty that happened. And now, granted, I barely did anything, but still, how is it that this team won, man? I don't understand that. That is so odd. That is very odd. The curse of the President's Trophy lives on. Did we have any award winners? I could have picked a Brinkrat. I mean, he won the memorial thing. Okay, Jay Godinger obviously won the Vezina Trophy. Makes sense. And William Jennings. Makes sense. That's really the only award. Wow. That's... You know what? Someone commented on one of my videos, the sim is broken. It might be. It might be. It might be. Okay, well, clearly this team did not go 82-0. In fact, we didn't even win the Stanley Cup. Didn't even get to it. Which is even crazier. I'm done. I have nothing else to say. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know in the comments also my videos. Social down in the description. Playlist down below for other content like this regarding NHL. And you can see there are a lot of important factors that really factor into the sim engine. You know, they really are. They really are with hockey, man. Hockey is something that's, I guess, completely foreign with any other sport, which I like that. In a way, I do like that. It makes it a little bit more challenging. It's like you never know, which is why hockey is such a unique sport. It's, in my opinion, the hardest sport to play. 100%. I don't think we can disagree with that. I guess we're talking major sports. Like, if you compare it to baseball, basketball, football, you want to say soccer as well. I think hockey is the hardest sport in general to play. It is. It's just the hardest sport. Physically and mentally, it is the hardest sport. Skill-wise, in my opinion. And I guess that proves it. I don't know if that proves it or if that just proves that EA's sim engine's god-awful. It's both. Let's go with that. All right, I'm done. Peace.